Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Java game tutorial. It's kind of not like a tutorial, but something along those lines. I realized, I'm not explaining everything. I'm just kind of going over, doing my best. Ask questions that I can help you with. So, what was it? Shift F7 or something? Shift F5? What was it? How do you run this thing? Shift F10. Okay, anyway, so it's been a while actually since I actually worked on that. Usually I do it all in one go. So I wanted to see where I am. Okay. So we still need to do that thing. And it's right there. Alright, cool. So I want to run through ideas before actually programming the collision, because right now we're trying to fix the problem when you get on two tiles at the same time. So this is one big hole, right? So if you go like this, you're not registered as being in a hole, but once you go to another tile or whatever it is, like, you know, in a box, then it starts saying, hey, you're in a hole, but that's not true. I mean, because they're both holes, therefore they're, you know, stuff. Visually seeing it. So we have to tell the computer that, hey, this is a hole. So there's a couple things we could do. I always have to learn this thing. So anyways, one thing we could do is if all these like what's it called, freaking squares, here's squares. If all these squares are like next to each other, are the same types of squares, then we can like merge them together, so there won't be like this line here. So, so there's also another thing I want to run by, but I'm just going to see if I can explain it like this. So we have like this grid, right? So this is the first explanation, and these are all holes, and if they're all the same hole, and we can have like this, and this is like stuff you can go through, or basically the floor, but this is hole. So basically, if this is all a hole there, then you can just erase these lines and make it one big square, and that will help us calculating if it's in a hole or not. But the problem is that we get into this bit of trouble. Just ignore this block or tile that's there. So let's say that block is a hole. But so yeah, so then we say that this whole thing here is a hole, right? And so we make this whole big square or rectangle that's going to be a hole, and then we have this another line here, and this whole kind of rectangle is also another rectangle. So we have like two rectangles here. The reason why we can't really do like this like everything here is a hole is because the way I'm thinking about it is that, man, it's really hard to explain. Holy crap. I never thought it would be this hard. But basically, it's kind of hard to detect, to make, because it's not really a shape, is it, though? Because, like, I mean, what kind of shape is that? Like, we got this thing going on? Oops, whatever. We got, like, this thing going on? Like, so that's why, you know, if you could separate that, it would be a lot easier to calculate, too, instead of having this, you know, this vague kind of shape. So that's why, I mean, that means we're not getting rid of all the lines. If you can see here, if we can quickly go to that, you're not in a hole. So I mean, that's a possibility that the player can do and can manipulate. So, and also break the game. So we're gonna not do that. So another idea that I had was whether if the, okay, so I guess, I don't know if I explained this right, but this collision here is based on the origin point, as in the origin point of this collision is in the upper left-hand corner. So, holy crap, why do I... So right here is this is the collision point. This is the origin point, and from here, everything kind of starts to calculate. So basically, I'm on a tile right now, but it's not collidable. So right now, it's not gonna do this collision tile thing. Actually, it will, but like it won't do this if statement. Like this will be false. But anyways, so right now, it's calculating whether it's in this tile, which it is, and it starts from here. It says if this point is in the tile, and if this point's in the tile, and this point is in the tile, and that point in the tile, then that means just kind of round it to this upper left-hand point in the tile. So that's how we can say, that's how we can do that, and that's how we can also do this with that. So yeah, so we're doing all based on one point. So we need to expand that and say, hey, there's going to be multiple origin points, so that you have to calculate whether you're on multiple tiles or not. Because right now we're only calculating for either on one tile, because we only have one point to calculate from, and to like really start branching out from. And see, that's what this whole thing, this whole for loop is. We're looping 4 times for all the different points in a rectangle or square or whatever, and we're just checking all those points whether it's in the same tile, and if basically doing math just around it. That's how I see it, anyways. You can make this a little bit more abstract, actually, using more variables instead of all these numbers. But we like numbers. Numbers is good. Find comfort in numbers, because then you go to like advanced math and you're just like, where are my numbers? Anyways, so let's start doing that. Trying to calculate if it's on multiple blocks. Actually, one thing that we're gonna do is gonna separate this this tile map object. So we need that .tmo blocks.get, and then we need the string. We're basically doing this. So we just grab this. I mean, do we need to import that? Control O, is that, or Control I? What's the importing button? Wait, you don't know where block is? I mean, I'll show you where block is. It's right here, fam. Right here, man. And then is it blocks? Then freaking block, my dude. There we go. Really now? Really now? Is it because of that? I can get rid of that. Okay. So we got that. Oh wait, get it like a little. Does it not like it? Okay, what's going on? I have to read this. Boolean. Incomparable types. Oh, my bad. There we go. So yeah, it's not contain key because that's a boolean, but we actually need the object, so we have to do get. Wow. It's been a while. I'll say that. Okay, blocks, and then instance of whole block, because this whole thing is going around the whole block, right? And, oh, that's not what I thought it was. Okay, there we go. And, we probably don't need this anymore, because we have the block. So then, yeah, this is going to get big, so we're just going to have to make another method. It's about to say function, but that's not right. Unwhole, and we probably need float AX and a float AY, and when you return something, probably return like false or something. That'd be good. So we have that. So basically, we can return collision hole or whatever, and give it the parameters it needs, and else basically then block just update anyways, because it might be a solid and it needs to return true or whatever. So that's why we're doing that. Okay, so collision hole, we have a whole method for this, and we're gonna do this. All right, so now we have to calculate the points, the different points. So right now we can go next xt, and we're gonna do the same thing as up here. And this is the origin point. So this is the left-hand corner, upper left-hand corner. And then all we're going to do is just plus it by the width divided by 64. So that gives us, oh, there's no C. That's right. Do we need a C? Because we don't need to calculate all the corners. So we could just do that. And we don't really need W that much to think about it. Or do we? Do we need W? Hold on. Do we need W? I don't think we do. Let's say no. My monitor is saying otherwise. But I'm like, no. Like, we don't need W. Not a statement. Wait, do you not know what W is? What's going on? Are you good? Would that work? Let's just... Okay, not a statement. That's okay. Oh wait, are we missing a bracket? I think we're missing a bracket. We're missing a bracket. Alright, you could have just said we're missing a bracket. Probably because it wants to cast it like that. Yep, there we go. And this thing is a little too big for me. So actually, I totally forgot I could do this. Where was the? There it is. Is it view? I think it's view actually. There it is. Wah! Oh, my nose. Where is it? There it is, and then there it is. I don't want to be in full screen. I just want the presentation mode. There it is. Hey, look at that. We're back. All right. Totally forgot that that existed. And same thing. Same thing, guys. Just copy and paste. Then we need the Y offset, and then we need this, and also we use the Y variable. And there we go. So we got the width and height. So yeah. I mean, I don't know if I need to explain this, but I mean, it might be good. So this is a tile, or pretend this is the player. This is the origin right here. Let's say this is like 0, 0. I mean, it doesn't need to be. It could be like 32, 32, or just 256, 12 or something. But yeah, so our player is 64. Width and height, like, you know, long or whatever. So when we do this next variable thing here, when we do this, basically we're just saying, hey, this point now, just add 64 to it, and there we go. Then you can add 64 to the height. Yeah, I was about to say like a combination of width and height, but that was, I don't know. I think I did. I'm not sure. Watch the video again. So yeah, and that's that. There we go. Don't save that. It's a work of art, but no one will know. Okay, so we got to make sure that these equal each other. YT. We don't. Oh, we're not. Okay. So we need XT and we need YT as well, because we have to make sure that these are neighbors, basically. XT. Oh wait. Float XT. Float YT. And there we go. So then, and then or. Next. XT is equal to freaking XT plus freaking 1. That's right. Then we have to check it. We have to check if this exists. And also we can also check if it's an instance of the whole block. And if it is, we can just continue. So I mean, well, actually, we probably should do that first before actually saying if it's an instance. Because what if it doesn't exist? Or what if there's nothing there? I mean, if it's null and all of that jazz. Basically this, I mean. And it's, what is it now? It's an XT. And so yeah, so that's block neighbor. That's the name of the block. To say. So we got that. So now we got the block. Now we got to return block.update, and this. So yeah, and then else, because you know we're still in this instant of whole block, if block. So I have to make sure. You know what? I want to do this since the beginning. We're gonna okay, whatever. Just we're gonna do this. So tiles block, and then what is this? What is this whole block? There's well, since it's actually a subclass of the block, we're gonna have to go to you. There it is. Got it. We're gonna go here, and we're going to basically do public abstract boolean is inside, and we're gonna get the AABB class, and we're gonna have to copy that everywhere. Norm block needs it, and object block needs it, and we're gonna freaking norm block. I don't know why I did that. Then you just say false or whatever. Freaking norm block. Such a normie. Return false. Because you don't exist, norm block. Then we have to make this public. And then you can go to the AAB class. Then we can just go block dot is inside. Is inside. There we go. We got it. This, because it needs that. And block. Why? Because it's not block. It's called block neighbor. But we need the. Okay. This thing is getting big. So many arguments, and I don't think it's really that needed. But whatever. And then this. Alright, so this is gonna work, hopefully. I'm using an IDE, so it tells me something syntactically wrong. And it doesn't really tell me logically. Sometimes it does. There's like special cases where it's just like, hey man, this is gonna crash. Put a try catch around it or something. Is that logically? No, it's not. Whatever. Yeah, I think that's it. We have so many. What is this? Hey, this is a grammatical error. Do you know what? That's actually true. AABB class is not really a great name for it. But I mean, it's just. I mean, this thing doesn't even belong here. Could belong somewhere else. But we're going to put it here. Like, everything else actually belongs in the AABB class. So this is all good. But yeah, this is getting kind of big. I thought it would be a little smaller, but it's actually not. So I don't know. We should probably do something. Make that better. So yeah. So if you go to whole block, if you just go back to the whole block. Are we whole block? Is this not whole block? Come on. What the heck? There we go. We're there. So we could just do this because we're already doing that. So if we just do this, you could see that if we go to run game launcher, that it works. So so we go here. There's two blocks, two tiles here. So ready? It doesn't work. Oh, dang it! I thought it was good. That works though. That doesn't work. All right, that's okay. It's not. So let's see where everything gone wrong. Okay, I was too optimistic about this, to be honest. Oh, we got 2 semicolons. Doesn't really matter, but I mean, you don't really need 2 semicolons there. 2 semicolons. So logically, something's wrong with my if statements. Probably with my if statements. Next. Oh! Yeah, it is my if statements. Yo! Didn't know that. Alright, so now, if we go ahead and try... See, that's why I didn't want to do, didn't want to do this argument thing. Okay, let's try this again. There's 2 blocks. It works. So yeah, so that's done. So we fixed that. And how much time we got? 20 minutes. Not bad. Alright, thank you for watching, guys. I'm not going to tell you to like and subscribe, because you guys do what you do. This is YouTube. I mean, you probably know what to do. Comment. That too. If you have questions, go ahead and ask. But yeah, that's it. Alright, see you guys.